Hey everybody, it's December 1st. Anyway, I wrote this blog that I'm about to turn into a vlog entitled Why Most Media Types Have Sponsored Content, Influencers, and Disclosure All Wrong. And I'm going to read it first to you, and then I'm going to follow it up with some other insights I'd like to share with you. But this started, well, I'm just going to start it right here. There's a really wrong-headed assumption that a number of media companies, large and small, have involving what are called influencers and the individuals, groups, and companies that hire them. That the client hires the content creators simply to say what they tell them to say. This assumption got legs after the whole Fry Festival matter, where a giant music and food festival produced by Billy McFarland, CEO of Fry Media Incorporated, and rapper Ja Rule, and that was supposed to be held in the Bahamas, and it used supermodels as what the media identified as influencers. By the raw definition of influencer, as a person with the ability to influence potential buyers of a product or service by promoting or recommending the items on social media, they weren't really that at all. They were just great-looking women hired to get you to watch the video. Still, the entire matter gave influencers a bad name for about a day. The use of the internet and social media is so widespread that today anyone, including you, can be an influencer and at any time. In the process of evaluating when a person becomes an influencer, as well as forming the approach that my startup Zennia 62 Media is using, I've noticed one constant that also applies to me. True influencers don't get hired to say lines. They're secured because of their followers, reach, and engagement with their audience, as well as the most important consideration of all, the love for the company, product, or service. In other words, a great influencer has zero problem telling you who they're pitching for because they're advocates for them and they want you to know it. The very idea that an influencer needs to hide that they're paid to pitch is insulting. It really is. It really is insulting. Completely insulting. And it is so because the very consideration often ignores the very large base of people that follow the person and the number of platforms that person has. Like I've got 98 blogs, for example, okay? I have found that the persons who complain about influencers are people who come from traditional media backgrounds. They don't know how to build blogs, write code in HTML or PHP or JavaScript, or for that matter, Ajax or anything else, and wouldn't have a clue what to do to stop a brute force attack on their websites. By contrast, influencers, who are very often their own programmers or coders, both, know exactly how to address such problems. What's lost in the swamp of words when traditional media types write about what influencers do is the technical aspect of the job. It never occurs to the traditional journalist that a blogger and or a vlogger has a range of skills far beyond talking and writing and that move into the basic world of tech employment. Yeah, that's right, you heard me, tech employment. If you know how to build a website, a blog theme, clean up your database, write no-follow links, write do-follow links, and more things of a technical platform building and maintaining nature, then welcome to the world inhabited by a merry band of people, including me. Misfits, if you will. We choose the clients we want. We go after the people we want to represent. And reward those who work with us and give us the freedom to create with approaches that are as innovative as they are effective. Infographics and a video that are distributed within a network we built, linking together of YouTube channels to create what are now called multi-channel networks, That's what influencers do. And it's far beyond the bounds of traditional media. And I have to tell you something else. The gap is growing, folks. So keep this in mind. Many who follow influencers know that they are getting paid because the influencer tells them. Hey, I've been commissioned to tell you. I'll say that a lot. Hey, I've been commissioned to tell you. Hey, that's it, right? Okay. What their fans are really interested in, way beyond that, or for that matter, where to get a good pizza burger, hungry, is how they do what they do. I get variations of that question on a regular basis. So they imitate influencers like myself, and what do you know? You have a new generation of influencers. And take note what happens during that process. Influencers are changing your world or traditional media into their world, even as I speak. Stay tuned. Now, I made that because I've been around this since its advent. I built my first website in 1998. I established Oakland's first blog, true blog roll in 2004. And that was just, I think, 2 years after the Daily Cost started his website, which is a blog. And what I've noticed over this period of time is that as print has gone away and as digital media has increased in development and usage and, okay, if you like, influence, as it has become the communication standard, that journalists have tried to superimpose a practice that was developed in a pre-internet world into an internet world, a 20th century practice into the 21st century, and it's not working for a number of reasons. The most basic one is that people want to see who they're getting their information from. People I've hired to work with me, who have been basically one and done, were that because they didn't want anyone to see their face. People want to see your face. That's one major problem. And then, of course, the other problem is how to simply develop proper words and copy so that they are search engine optimized. You've probably heard that term before. I tell everyone, friends, clients, girlfriends, when you're writing something today online, you are effectively writing a computer program to activate a computer program. In other words, that document you're writing, it's going to be picked up by a search engine. You should be very much concerned how you're activating the search engine to feature what you wrote, let alone if you are doing that. Okay? Again, you are writing a computer program to activate a computer program. There is a lot that goes in to what we as influencers do, that because the non-influencers choose to write and report about us, and that includes people in traditional marketing, they often get it wrong. If you want to get it right, I have a suggestion. Instead of assuming, instead of thinking that you know what we do, why not do something very simple? Why not do what our fans do? Just ask. Subscribe to Zinni62 on YouTube.